Welcome back. You're watching The Globe. Now, an all-female team of graduate students from the University of Johannesburg topped the table with their innovation for the Hackathon. Now, their innovation is themed fraud management, innovating against digital identity theft, business email comprises, and insider threats in a cloud-based world. Teams are invited to address the technological flaws in the ICT industry during this hackathon. 10 teams of developers, strategists and thinkers competed to design a solution that could counter the rise of unauthorized SIM swaps, digital identity theft and business email compromise. Now, the hackathon aims to tackle problems faced by big enterprises that might face the challenges of hacking. Statistics show that 45% of all cybersecurity breaches are cloud-based, highlighting the immense risk that this technology poses when not coupled with correct cybersecurity practices. Well, Lethabo Makopo, Angelique Mokwena and Lerato Tlhako from the University of Johannesburg won the inaugural competition. They're joined by Portia Maluleke, who's the Information Technology Services Group Executive at Telkom, to tell us more. To all of you, thank you so much indeed for joining us. Congratulations and well done. We're going to speak to the winners just now, but maybe I can start with you, Portia. Your thoughts and why these kinds of projects are important to an organization like yours.
Yeah, good evening, Peter, and good evening to the viewers at home. Such competitions, I think, firstly, is to make or maybe to grow the STEM field, as we know that there's a shortage of skills within the sphere. And then if we look also with particular focus on cybersecurity, we find that the situation is even more dire because from 2020, the cyber attacks grew as much as by 300%, but the skills have not necessarily been growing at the same magnitude. So this is just one of the many avenues that are being made available to grow this kind of skill set.
All right, well, let's turn to the winning team, winning ladies. Congratulations to you. I'm just amazed that young people like you are solving huge problems for organizations like Telkom and us. I just wonder what it is that you saw that you thought this can be fixed.
Wow, for us, it was seeing that with SIM swapping and how it's a huge problem, how most of the times we have to go there face to face and usually do SIM swaps there at the, at the store, at the mobile service provider, or use USSDs to basically do SIM swap to regulate or to eradicate the SIM swap fraud. So we thought, why not have technology involved and sort of utilize technology to make the process easier and much more secure.
All right, and so what was your solution? What did you do in the end?
Well, with our solution, we basically integrated machine learning and we also involve a smart dashboard. So basically, it allows the user to monitor their SIM card through our system, and it also uses machine learning to scan for their identity, and it basically compares it to the one from the RICA database to actually verify if it's the user.
To add on that, our platform also provides the user with the capabilities to actually block SIM cards on our platform should they lose their cell phone. Like, for example, if I lost my cell phone now and any kind of transaction takes place from that particular cell phone that I lost, I can be able to protect myself from such frauds or being involved in debts. Yes.
Right.
So it's basically a process of so it's a portal and a platform that basically allows the user, and in collaboration with the mobile service providers, to basically make it more secure, because we also use back-end techniques to secure it, like hashing and encryption to secure the database level as well.
I'm going to come back to you just now. Portia, I'm blown away by what I'm being told. And I just wonder, you have whole IT departments with very clever people, and yet you've got these young people who are able to offer solutions to you. What does that tell us about, A, the talent that's out there, but also, I guess, that there is just so much to think about in the things that we've set up?
I'm actually quite excited about the solution. And I always say, you know what, there's so much that we can learn from the young people, because sometimes when you get into a corporate environment, you start blending into the space, but you find that with young people, they still have just that untapped curiosity. They still have that, a very creative mind where they look at the same problems, but they look at it from a completely different perspective. And I was actually even joking, Peter, because this is an entrepreneurial type of an initiative. And I was saying, I actually want them for myself because I know that my team can definitely use them. So I'm quite excited about the solution, but because they're also going to be incubated within the Telkom stable, we will be able to tap into the technology to beef up what we already have from an information security management system.
All right. Lethabo, I just wonder, is this what you studied, or you just get taught the basics and then you have to figure stuff out with the tools that you learn?
We are actually taught the basics of IT, and we have to figure things out as time goes on. Like, for example, we are just given an explanation of what hashing is, password hashing is, where you just encrypting it from hackers. And now we have to apply it. So in terms of applying it, we are not taught that in school.
Yes, so it's also to add on to that, it's more of IT is more of like, it's so broad to a point where you need to try to grab everything as fast as it's growing. Yeah. So we've realized that as much as knowledge is not limited, it's also good to also go out of your comfort zone as an IT specialist, developer, back end or front end, to sort of go outside of those lanes yourself, to grab more knowledge out there and try to implement it in these everyday systems. So partly we are taught, but like most of it is us just going out there, grabbing the knowledge and utilizing it in our systems.
So Angelique, I wonder how we're doing compared to people outside the country in other parts of the world. Are you watching each other, communicating with each other, and using global ideas to your solutions?
Well, we are, because if we look at IT, and if we look at building a solution, it's always best to look at how can it also impact the people out there, not just South Africans, not just locally. How can it possibly grow over the years to reach someone who is in Namibia, someone who is in Jamaica? How can they also utilize the systems? So that's one of the questions we always ask ourselves when we're developing a solution. And particularly with this one, with SimSwap fraud, it's a global thing. It doesn't just happen locally. So when we obviously look at the techniques that exist out there and the ones that we are trying to implement, we should always look at what is out there, not just locally, and we should look at what other countries are using, other people out there are using, what developers are using, or what are they putting in place to secure the cyber space. So it's more of looking at things globally, because that's IT, and that's technology, it's global.
Right.
To add on that, if we limit our solution to local, it's going to be limited also in terms of having an impact on the economy. Yeah. So now whenever we are putting it globally out there, we are saying that we're not limiting the solution. Everyone can actually use it. The economy all over the world can actually improve on the solution.
Definitely.
Portia, you must be doubly excited as well that it's a team of young women doing these things. For a long time, some of these things stereotypically have been male-dominated, and yet we've got these bright young ladies just leading the way.
Absolutely, absolutely, Peter. I am definitely proud of the team, and I talked earlier to the shortage in terms of the cybersecurity skills, and more so within the female girl child area. So it's an area that we are looking into in terms of getting more women, getting more girls to go into that particular skills, even looking into areas where people are not even trained in computer science, but starting to put in programs to start growing that particular skill, because it's a global shortage. It's not just a shortage for Telkom. So I'm even doubly excited that we have these young ladies who will be adding on to what we already have, an ISO certified information security management system.
Wow. Lerato, I wonder, are we getting more and more young people, young girls, thinking about coding and joining hackathons and doing what you're doing?
Yes, we are. But then the problem we have with our society is that most young people or young ladies tend to actually give up while it's still the beginning. From my experience, I would say if I gave up from hackathons or gave up on coding, right now I wouldn't be where I am. So I believe that there's still more ladies out there who are into technology or into the ICT sector, and they will also make it.
Angelique,
definitely.
Do you have to have a certain type of brain, good at science, maths, or is it just a way of thinking?
No, it's actually how you put your mindset into something. It's not a specific brain. For example, we're also privileged enough to actually break the barriers because, like you mentioned earlier on, it's usually males leading in the space. So it's not a specific type of brain. It's anyone, literally anyone, any age. Like I say, it's something that it doesn't have any limits to it. So if you put your mind into it, and if you definitely go out there to grab the resources that you have and take all the knowledge, gathering it to build something, because you can literally build anything with technology, like anything. So it's not a specific mindset. It's not a specific brain. It's your mindset as a person, what you put your energy and your time into.
Well, ladies, congratulations. Both of you have beautiful minds, doing great things. Congratulations on your award, and we look forward to your shining careers, no doubt, that lie ahead of you. Portia, a final thought perhaps from you to encourage people to get involved and think about this as a way forward.
Absolutely. I would just really want to, what we see today is testament to what is possible when we give access to people, when we make platforms available for people to get into, even the likes of cybersecurity. So my encouragement out there is for people to not shy away or to think that cybersecurity is this very technical, this is something that is not within reach. So I want to encourage everybody out there that when we do run another round of this hackathon, that they do apply. And there are a lot of opportunities that Lerato and team are going to enjoy as part of the prizes that they've won, and we would want to see more and more people getting access to this as well. So I just want to encourage everybody out there, especially the women, to not shy away from it and just come on board as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much indeed, Portia Maluleke, and to our winning team members there, Angelique Mokwena and Lerato Tlhako. Congratulations once again. Well done. And I look forward to seeing your future work as well. All right, and that's where we'll leave it. Great news, isn't it? Seeing this hackathon being won by this amazing group of young women leading the way. All right, we're going to leave it there for the time being.